People, deluded, I'm back again. Good morning and all of these sort of things. Admittedly, people, I'm here to speak about a couple of things. We'll get onto it, but it's completely irrelevant. Literally, as I've been making this vid, when I said people, I've started thinking, you lot have really, make me very conscious of that word, but if you love it, you love it. So let's crack on and not waste any more time, or let me waste any more of your time. What I saw from, first and foremost, we'll speak about Eddie Nketiah. Now, Eddie Nketiah, one start for Leeds United against Salford in the Nketiah Cup, and he took 43 minutes to score his goal. Typical, I'd describe it as a typical Eddie Nketiah finish, not to take anything away from him, but he was in the right place at the right time after some good work from Leeds and whatnot to create the opportunity, tapped it in from inside the box, a classic instinctive finish. And that's what you've got to do as a young striker. Ultimately, he's got to score goals. He's gone to Leeds United. Yes, they might not be the Leeds of, if you're older than me, you'll know more. But when I was in primary school and that Leeds was in the Premier League, it's a big club. Obviously, if you're slightly older and you're in the 80s and whatnot, I suppose you know firsthand the United versus Leeds beef. So obviously, for obvious reasons, it's fizzled out. So he's playing for a club with a lot of prestige, a historically big club, a lot of expectation. They're expected to be, if not get promoted, even though they haven't recently, if they not get promoted, being in amongst the playoff shots. So there's a lot of demanding stuff there. You've got Bielsa, he's a good coach for him, that's improved a lot of players. I'm so sure as Pochettino worked under him, he used him as a reference point as well. So who better for young players, really and truly? Like I said, it's a demanding club. He has to perform week in, week out. He's a young player trying to get consistency into his game, as you know, but he's got to perform, and we need him to go through these moments. End of the day, one start against Salford in the Nketiah Cup. One goal, took 43 minutes. Obviously, he loves this competition. 3 out of his 4 senior goals have come in this competition. 1 against Burnley in the league. We need him to go through good moments and bad moments as well. I'm not saying I want him to go through failure or anything, young Eddie. Of course not. What I mean by that is, of course, I would love him to go, and for me, he has to bring back 15, 20 goals. And then the next step would either be to repeat it in the Championship again, or try it in the top league, no disrespect, in the top 5 league and whatnot, or come here and try it. He's got to go through good moments. There's going to be times where anytime he touches a ball, it's going to turn to gold and he's going to score a goal. There's going to be times, no matter how hard he's working, which it's happened at Arsenal already, he's not going to score, potentially snatching at chances. There'll be good moments, indifferent moments, and good and bad periods. But that will all make him a stronger player when we look back a year from now and he's 21. Because when he's 20, he needs to deliver. I feel Leeds, I'm not going to sit here and say he had the greatest of games. Not take nothing away from him. It was just one of them things. I feel Leeds played well. I'd give Eddie a 6 out of 10. I feel that's a respectable rating. Probably a 7 for the goal. I don't think he played amazing, but I think he showed some promise. He scored his goal. Bread and butter strikers need to be able to score goals, people, and he did that. He showed that Leeds showed yesterday on the counter attack they could be a good side. Jack Clark played alright as well. Spurs lad. He showed how he can hang on to the last shoulder of a defender in the Championship, and if you're a centre half and you do that, you're going to give Eddie chances, and he don't need too many to score. So it's nice to see 1 start, 1 goal. Hopefully, it means as he continues as he means to go on, man. Love what I saw from him, and he showed his pace and whatnot. For one of them, he hunted down the keeper, and it just didn't happen for him. So it was nice to see from him, man. Start as you mean to go on, like I said. In other news, it happened a few days ago, but Amici, who was at Hamburg, our former Gooner, he came off the bench in the German Cup and got 20 minutes for his new side as he's pushing to get into that team. I saw Josh De Silva got some minutes, got a start for Brentford as well, so it's nice to see. I also saw Bielik started in the Nketiah Cup against, for Derby. So our players are dotted around. As you know, we've got some former players and current players in the Championship and in and amongst it, and I personally like to see it. Moving away from that, and apparently Juventus are about to sell Steffi Mavididi to Benevento for £1 million and get a 50% sell-on clause. Now, I don't know if Arsenal have a sell-on clause or anything, but I suppose that's a good move for Mavididi. He's trained at Arsenal, he's played in Serie C with Juventus, he technically made his debut for Juventus, he's trained with Ronaldo and whatnot. The time's come to get senior football. He might be at Benevento and then get a move elsewhere. Who knows? But that'll be a decent move for him. And then I don't know if Arsenal get money from that, but I thought I'd mention that he's doing that. Apparently, we get 10% of Reine Adelaide's future fee. And now, if you don't know, within the last year or so, he's gone from being a promising young player to a more established young player, and he's wanted by and has been wanted by a whole host of clubs. It seems that he is destined to sign for Lyon. You've seen reports that it's a £25 million moving altogether. There might be some sell-on clauses and other bonuses, but 25 million to Lyon, that's a good club for him to go to. And if he goes there for a year or three, or a year or two, or anything from 1 to 3 years, keeps developing, then you'd imagine the big move or a move elsewhere is due. I still think he's got to add goals and assists and a bit more consistency to his game, but he's definitely improved as a player. We know he's a good dribbler, and I think Jeff could have been a decent player for us here, but it is what it is. It's nice to see that he's gone away. He's used that as motivation to increase his standing within football. I mean, Lyon's a good club, a club that gives young players chances, a club that gives young French players chances. It's a good club to play for, and I'm happy for his progress. You've seen him move to Lyon apparently soon. Benassia's obviously gone AC Milan. I think I saw Kalen Hines. I've seen reports that Kalen Hines is training at Watford's under 23s. It would be like Watford are signing all our players, man. They sign Bailey, the old centre half, in the academy for them. They signed Welbs, and now they're gonna sign him. I mean, it'd be quite crazy. And I would love to see Kalen Hines get his career back on track, man. Because I don't know what clubs he's been at recently, but since he left Wolfsburg, I don't know where he is. I think I saw him on Rising Ballers YouTube page, and I was thinking, you're a professional footballer, you shouldn't be there. I saw him at Carnival once as well, but I hope he gets back to playing, man. I think he's a very decent player, and I want all of these players to have futures within the game and whatnot, people. So that it is what it is in that regards. I don't have anything more to add, so I'm not going to waste your time. People, Deluded, thank you for watching, man, and Eddie, I hope you continue scoring goals for Leeds, but just thought I'd update you lot quickly, so let me keep it moving. People, DG, thank you for watching as usual.